Good morning. So, what am I doing out here with a t-shirt on? Because it's very early o'clock. And I thought, I'm going to come out here and talk in the garden today before it gets warm. So I thought, people complaining, why can't you put a shirt on? Because I don't like to wear a shirt. Actually, I'd be naked if Thai people wouldn't get upset. I'm not frightened of walking around with nothing on. So you can call me the naked gardener. So, what I'm going to talk about this morning. First thing I want to say is, if you hear bangs, explosions, don't get upset. Why? Because the farmer is over here trying to keep the birds off his rice because it's getting close to harvest. As you can see, it's starting to turn a little bit brown. So I think within the next 10 days they'll be harvesting it. Anyway, I'm out here in the early morning. I had a couple of people who want to say, I want to see more of you in your garden. I said, okay. You know, sometimes I think people get bored with that, but I like coming out here and talking about what's growing and what's happening and what fruits are coming out. But I think sometimes that people aren't interested in that. But Martin, a friend from England, he specifically asked. He says, "Kev, I need to see you in the garden more." I said, "Okay." So here I am today for Martin. But yesterday in the workshop, I'll show you the picture. This guy been living in this pipe for weeks, months. And yesterday, I think he's getting more braver or something. He pokes his head out the pipe now, so I got a picture of him, as you can see. I love to be, ever since I was a kid, I would go hide in the woods playing and just sitting and watching, investigating. So now I'm I was going to say adult, I don't know if that's true or not, but big and independent, I guess, to a point. So, do I want to live in an apartment building and go night clubbing every night? That's not me. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So, there's two parts of our mind. There's the subconscious and conscious. And the conscious mind is the one that thinks and interacts. The subconscious is taking care of the autonomic nervous system, etc., etc. But, so if you like, underneath my brain or psyche or personality, there's this deep desire to be in nature, and here I am. So what do you do while you're in nature? Just let everything overgrow? No, I try to let the banana trees and this and that grow. So that's kind of why I'm here. That's my little bit of a philosophy for the morning. Kind of early for philosophy. So I'm going to show you my pineapple plants. I started these pineapple plants just by buying pineapple. Cut the tops off, eat the pineapple. I got some pots. I put the dirt in the pot, wet it, and then put the head of the stalk part in some water for a day, and then stuck it in the wet dirt, like just twist it a little bit so it's in. And every one that I've done that with has grown. So now I've got 12 plants here, and I'll show you the beginning and ones with fruit on, okay? So here we go. Okay, this one's in here like this. This actually had 3 heads on. See it? 3 heads. 1, 2, 3 in this plant, in this pot. Okay, so that's what they look like when they're small. I've been moving these around in and out of the shade as they got bigger and bigger, and then they go to like this. You see that if you can look inside, and then over here what happens is they start to go red inside. I don't have one at that stage alone, but this starts to go red inside. See the red leaves? And then this little ball comes out of that. And then there's various stages You can see the pineapple coming now, and there's a big one over here. So now you can see it has its own little head, stalk, and the little dots on the corner, on the outside, actually flower. And I want to show you something before I say anything. Look at, if you look here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like tiny little teeth. See the tiny little teeth on the edge of the leaf? And the flowers? Okay, so I wanted to show you that. Why? Because years and years ago, I used to be fascinated with cactus. You know, they don't have much of a root system. They don't need that much water, but they produce some of the amazing flowers. You know, the mini cactus that you can get. And, you know, you can get one cactus, it won't do anything for a year. It just sits there. You don't know if it's dead or alive. It just sits there. And all of a sudden something pops out the side, and then you get this great big flower for 2 days, and boom, gone again. Wow. And the flower can be as bigger than the actual plant. Anyway, if you look at those enough, you see there's a pattern of what a cactus is, and it usually has something like prickly or something like that. So these things, if you look at the leaf I showed you there, there's like teeth all running down. So leaves fall in the, so you can see the leaves fall onto the fruit. So I want to pull the leaves off, you put your fingers in there, and the plant will cut you. So if the plant cuts me because it has something sharp and it looks like a cactus, I didn't know categorically, but I thought I said it looks like a cactus to me. So a pineapple plant looks like a cactus, I said. And then somebody said, it's not a cactus, it's this. I said, okay, whatever. It looks like a cactus. So I just, you know, whatever, did a search online. And some people say it's actually a form of a cactus. So, you know, everything about it, it doesn't like a lot of water. It loves the sunshine, etc. It's got the barbs on the thing. It'll cut you, I know. And it produces a flower like a cactus. So if it's not a cactus, it looks very close to being one. Anyway, the good thing is I have all these cactuses now, and they're all at different stages of growth, which is good because then they're all mature at different times, and I don't have to eat 12 cactus or more, 12 pineapple or more in one day. So my property is divided up into about quarters, and this part here, which runs from the edge there, you see the garbage can on the road, up until that corner over there, and then it goes all the way across to here, over here somewhere. See where it drops off? I don't know if you can tell over there where it drops off and goes down the hill towards the river. So this is all, like, I call this like the wood area. And part of me wants to create a tree house. I'm not in the tree because you don't know if the tree is going to die and fall over or you damage the tree. So right there is some wire I was using as a fence. So my point is, in this little piece of woods, there's a space here of about in meters, perhaps 7 meters. Big oval here, 7 meters. So without destroying any of the trees, what I was going to do is make like go up and make a pretty big tree house, like 2 floors, and then you can sit up there in the trees, and you know, make it like a small apartment, perhaps. You know, small bathroom, small little kitchen with just a fridge or something, and then you know, you can sit up there, sleep if you want to. Normally I don't come out here and do this. I feed them first thing. So now, because I'm wandering around in the woods, they're making a noise. Yeah, what are you doing? This is Kem. It's called Kem. What? Breakfast time? Is it time for breakfast? Protesting, needs his breakfast. So I got these little plants and this little Japanese lantern thing. And some sprinklers in the middle. So here's the river. It flows from the north to the south. They manage this in that they put, they have weirs and dams and waterfalls and so on along the way to keep the different areas at a certain height. And I'm told that's so the farmers can use the water for their rice fields, which suits me because I use that same water. I have an electric pump. Yeah, I use the same water. I have an electric pump, and it pulls it up, puts it under pressure, sends it to my sprinkler system. So one of the things I water is the banana trees. I don't give them a lot of water. They don't have a big root system. It's another one like a cactus. The roots aren't that deep. But there's notice the size of the flower and the size of the bananas. And there's some over here. Some people say you should cut that flower off once you get a couple rows so that you can get a good quality banana, because what happens is you can see here, I'd fall over and kill myself. You can see here the flower, and those little white things are actually going to be bananas. But because you can see there's a stalk here, so I guess the tree knows, it says that's enough and I can support this much and not anymore. So some people cut it off and eat the flower. Well, I'll take you around the back now. Look at this little one here. Who's this? Huh? Who's this? Good morning. Good morning, little girl. Good morning, little girl. What do you want? I know what you want. You want breakfast. You have to wait. And my rose bush that needs a little bit of pruning. I couldn't get this guy to grow very well. He just didn't want to go when I had him in the ground. So I put him in a pot and put him right here. I kept moving him around until I found a place that I thought he was happy. Put him here and going crazy. This is the first flower this year of this guy. A couple months ago, this guy had like a white fungus all over and the leaves were dying off, so I thought, okay, this is like 3 years old now, and what it does is it produces a shade for around the back here. So this area where I do woodwork and feed the dogs and everything is stays in the shade. Oh, there's another flower, and it grows like wildfire and produces this flower. So when I first seen it, I thought, I cannot get that. It's hard to find. I got it from a guy who had it. He gave me some cuttings. So I cut it all the way back and it grew back. And it's all come back again. Going crazy. I mean, I cut it back, I butchered it back. Here's a lemon tree. Got a few lemons on it. I think that's the last one. One fall on the floor, a little one. Let me get him. Oh look, some more coming. The flowers. So there's a flower, and I guess some fruits will pop out soon. Some new growth here. Sometimes you have to spray that like a rose bush, because people like to eat it, or bugs like to eat it. Here's one of the mango trees. It's higher than the hedge almost. Yeah. See, the hedge is starting to grow. Everything's starting to move again. So Kevin will be busy trimming everything in the soon. There's a mango. Yeah, mango and a frangipani. How's that for photography? There's a mango, and there's another one over here. This is the first year this one's flowered. It had like hundreds and hundreds of baby ones, but they all fell off. There's only 2 left, which is fine. There's some new ones coming. And then this is the royal mango. He's got a bigger tree, all planted at the same time. And there's some fruits over here. You see them? Okay, remember I said to you at the back, look at the size of the flower. Okay, look at this guy. See, the flower is like 4 times the size, and the bananas, which you see they come out from underneath the leaf, those like a flower, the leaf lifts up, and then there's like these little stalks, and you can see they turn into the banana. See? But the flower is like 4 times the size, so I'm just guessing that this, only a guess, that this banana will be the ones that the size you see in the grocery store normally. And you know, they'll keep multiplying. And you can see down there, they're just like, they get babies come off the side. So you can see the big one in the middle, and then there's like 8 to 10 or something here now, and they just keep multiplying. What a lot of people do is, you see the little ones, the baby shoots come off, they'll dig them out and move them. So there's not so much trying to steal nutrients from the same area. Same with this one. I planted the tree here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a baby one in there. See it coming up? So maybe I'll let it get going so far and then start cutting them back. Otherwise you start getting less nutrients and then not the good quality banana. The other thing is growing back here is papaya. Actually, they're growing all over the place. These trees are the first ones I planted, but they don't seem to ever get excited back here. I don't know why. Maybe the soil's not good for them. And there's another one, papaya, coming by itself. You just throw the seeds around and then the strong ones will take. But this is the best one I've had so far. I've had, I don't know how many, 40 papaya off this guy. It just keeps, you know, it'll grow and you get some fruit, it'll grow, you get some fruit, and there's some more ready to come off. They're getting to the point where I can't reach them. I stand on top of the ladder and stretch like hell, and I can't reach them now. So I think I'll have to get somebody here, I'll cut them and then they can drop and try to catch them so they don't smash. So the sun's not even up yet. It's not even, it's just starting, but I have his t-shirt on and I'm starting to sweat and the sun's not even up yet. But I'll keep it on. So, I forgot the name of these again. I can never remember everything. But basil, white basil I think it is. And over here is a purple one that's been growing. I don't know where they come from. They just pop up on their own, and somebody showed me them, so I leave them alone and water them. I can't eat all myself. This is a big one. You see they have the seeds all over it. So this is actually a whole. I didn't touch it. I just wanted to see what it would do and let it grow by itself. So that's the purple one, and I guess here's a good example of it right there. So most of the time I break it off and give it to the birds. The birds love it. And the same here, I just water the garden, spray it, and it keeps growing. And another herb is oregano. I originally planted it back here and it just went wild, so I just leave it now. You can see the river over there. You know, if you manage this, if you stayed at this all the time, you know, put sand on, manure, things like that to help the soil, you could grow so much stuff, you know, better quality stuff. But you know, you got to think about this, right? Why did I come here? To create paradise. And what does paradise look like? Well, it doesn't mean working 24/7. You know, in a normal Thai community who lives in this kind of area, like across the river, you'll see some houses. Over here, houses. Over there, there's some houses. There's a farmer who takes care of the rice field But there's a family who live over here. They have bananas. They take care of banana trees. That's it. And then a couple people go off to work. But a good example of what I'm doing is if you go down the road down here, you turn off the little road here, turn off to a smaller road, and there's some houses down there, and the first house on the right is nobody lives there now, but the whole garden, I think it says they bought the property, or it was their property or something. The whole garden is vegetables and fruits. Everything is, there's no place for anything. It's just all cultivated. But the guy does it full time. That's his job, you know. But I'm here, you know, you got to cook, wash dishes, clean the house, take care of the dogs, do a little bit of gardening, take care of me, rest, edit video for my friends. So I can't do everything. So I could, you know, I can make it so it would produce more. But I think you know, I do what I can. Everything's in proportion, which I feel comfortable with. So that's a little quick tour. Got this bird of paradise. Another vine up here. Everything's just trying to create this, you know, natural nature look. You ever go to like a restaurant and you sit down and go, hey, this is beautiful? Well, I do that. Wherever I go, I think, what do I see I like? And I try to bring it here and do the same thing. Okay, guys, so that's probably enough for today. Don't want to bore you too much. I hope you have a great day. And I hope you enjoyed the little tour around paradise, heaven in paradise. Do me a favor, subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a positive comment. And tell me what you want to see. I mean, if you say, hey, I hear you live near Buddha in the tree. I want to see Buddha in the tree. I'll go make a little video about it for you. Okay? I started off with 6 birds, now there's 30. Plus. Anyway. So, look after yourself, guys. Have a great day. All the best from paradise. See you later. Bye.